Welcome to the Warriors Are Us channel. Luke here, bringing you another war recap against Devil Knight. This time we were able to edge out the clan 81 to 72, beating out a level 7 clan. And I just really enjoyed a lot of the attacks here. Town Hall 9s, Town Hall 8s, good attacks. So relax, sit back, and enjoy the attacks. What is going on, guys? Luke here from Dragon Outcasts, and we are jumping right into the war recap. Count Jossula is taking on number 8. Let's go ahead and check out his double jump govaho. Very smooth, well-executed attack. One thing that I liked about this attack was the fact that his hogs don't get the benefit of a single heal. He's completely just healing his Valkyries, and he's not bringing that many. He's got 7 and probably 3 in the CC, as what I remember as I was watching this attack. He's got a really nice wide funnel he's setting up there with the 2 golem entry, waiting really patiently for that to develop. His golems are taking some damage, but they're not. They're still, in the green. Still got some health there. King and Queen going down. There goes the Valkyries. He's going to wait for that to develop. The first jump goes down. He's still holding onto his CC. Actually, I remember now, the CC is hogs, so he's bringing only 7 Valkyries. He's going to have a heal and a jump spell to get them through the CC. Poison on the CC. Very nicely done, saving that second poison. Hogs are moving in. I really enjoyed watching the hog deployment here. He's dropping the CC hogs first, letting them kind of develop into the base, taking the splash damage from that wizard tower, and then he's surgically reinforcing with his own hogs and letting them kind of continue to move through the base. So he sees that skeleton popping open, and he goes ahead and drops a poison there. He knows the hogs will congregate to that area and maybe get some effect of that poison as well. Some of the skeletons are, excuse me about that, getting in there as well. So watch that pathing, guys. It's continuing to move through the base. He's used his extra jump. He's used his last heal. Valkyries are still up. Hogs are still up. Golem are still up. King and Queen are still up without their ability used. Just now popping his King's ability as the Hogs continue to move through the base and clean up the rest of the defensive buildings. The last 2-point defense are about to go down, and then it's going to be cleanup, guys. And look at those funnel minions. They've been up since the entirety of the attack. They've never been targeted once. The golems were able to move in there and tank. So let's go ahead and speed this one up. That's going to be a wrap. Very clean attack. Count Jossula. I'm pretty sure he got a 6-star war this one, but we're only showing one of the attacks from him. This one was very clean, well executed, so I want to make sure I highlighted that for our inaugural, not inaugural I guess, but the first one for this recap. So let's go ahead and jump down. We're going to skip a couple of 3-star attacks, at least one of them, and jump down to number 12. Sir DYEL, I guess, is going to do a mass Valkyrie attack with some backhand hogs. I really enjoyed the way that this one developed. Usually mass Valkyrie can be a little tricky to let the Valks kind of do their thing, but he was able to 6-star with this strategy, took it on 2 different bases. This is the one that I think was a little bit cleaner and a little bit more polished, so I'm going to show this one on the recap, but he was able to do this, replicate this on another base as well that I'm not showing. So he's doing the minions and the wizards behind a golem for the funnel. Test wall breaker goes in, a couple more wall breakers. That's going to get the first entry point. He's moving in with his king and his queen. The jump goes down, and then he pops into Valkyries, and that almost cost him. The wizard did finally get that army camp cleared out, and that's plenty of time for the Valkyries to go into the core. They're going to deal with that ground CC, no problem at all. He drops the heal spell where they're most likely to go with the jump spell. A couple of them do swing up to the top and trigger that double set. That's going to be nice when he drops those 7 hogs that he's bringing. They're not going to have to worry about crossing over a double set because the Valks have already triggered it. He still has 2 heal spells left. He's waiting to see where he wants to drop them. I would probably drop it around the Expo is. Yep, there he goes. A little bit earlier would have been nice, but he is saving that last Valkyrie from dying as it's going to take down that point defense. The King is going to swing back in, probably pop the ability under that heal spell would be nice is what I would think. Looks like he's going to save it on. The Valkyries are swinging outside. They do tend to break out quite frequently, but what he's doing here is he's adjusting for where the Valkyries don't get the defenses and dropping the hogs there. The Queen is nicely swinging up and taking out that cannon, just barely going to get the job done on the cannon and stay alive. The hogs do get the benefit of 1 heal spell as they encounter that last splash damage, and the Queen's going to take out the last point defense as the hogs finish off the sweeper, and that's going to be it for this base. And by the time he's turned over to cleanup, the cleanup is already done, and that's going to be an easy 3-star for Sir DYEL. All right, let's jump down to number 15. Rooster is going to be able to take this one out with a laloon attack without his queen, 4 rage, a poison, and a haste. He's got 6 loons in the clan castle, so it's not quite a penta, but that's the idea here. He's going to go ahead and drop 2 hounds relatively quickly onto those first 2 maxed out air defense for the level of the clan, the town hall. They're coming in nicely. The loons are coming down behind to go ahead and reinforce. They're going to be moving into the base in a very surgical fashion. He's getting a lot of traps on those first couple of hounds. And watch this. He doesn't have any hounds at all to tank for these loons, but he's got enough rage and haste spells to move them through that air defense and into the core. On the left-hand side, he dropped his other 2 hounds. The first one's popping there. The second one is not going to pop because it's been tanked for by the loons. But now it's sitting across the queen. The queen's going to go ahead and pick up that hound. And when that queen picks up the hound, that's going to be extremely helpful for him because the popped hound will go ahead and kill the queen when the pups explode. So that's going to be tanking for those loons and basically making sure that they don't get targeted at all. So the queen's going to move around. She's still targeted on that hound, so that's perfectly okay. As that altar goes down, they switch over to the dark storage there. The hound pops, swings over. Now he's dropped his king for the help of cleanup. And honestly, I wouldn't have dropped the king because here he's got plenty of pups up. There's no loons, unfortunately, but that's plenty of pups to clean the rest of the base up. And here he's having to deal with the hound. And so a lot of these pups are going to move off of cleanup duty and take off that hound. So that's going to take a significant portion of the time of the cleanup to help out. And the king is doing some damage. He is helping out, but the pups probably could have done this by themselves without the king's help. Let's go ahead and speed it up and see kind of what I'm talking about. I'll slow it back down again when the hound is closer to getting pops. Look how many pups are on that hound. It's going to go ahead and pop, and the pups are going to be able to take out the hound, but just barely, and the king is going to go down pretty significantly as most of the pups are on the king. Fortunately, the king is there distracting, so these pups are able to clean up the other pups without being attacked. But the king is going to go down, and then there's a couple of barbarians that are left. And look how few pups he has left. This one looked a little bit closer than it could have been, but there's still quite a few pups left. So let's go ahead and speed this up again. It's back to cleanup time. The threat is over, and now it's just a race against the clock, and there is plenty of time left for Rooster to get the job done. So good job there, getting the 3-star without your queen, bringing in the laloon attack. So let's go ahead and jump down to Stacey's dad, number 17. Getting the 3-star done with a govaho on a pretty decent, somewhat anti-3 base. We'll go ahead and dropping a golem down and a couple of wizards for a really wide funnel here. Nicely done. Clan Castle Golem goes down. Test wall breaker. That's going to open up the core as this compartment here as a couple more wall breakers go down. He does have 20 hogs and 7 valkyries in the bag waiting to be deployed, as well as 3 cleanup wizards. He's waiting for that jump spell. He's going to drop that down, so that's going to get into the queen compartment. There goes a test valkyrie. He's waiting to send the rest of them. There they go. I would have sent them a little bit sooner because they're wanting to walk. Luckily, the clan castle's there to draw them. Poison goes down. Valkyries go. One of the Valkyries did end up walking, so be a little more quick with the Valkyries. He goes ahead and drops his second poison down in the same spot, and I think the main reason he dropped that down was because he was worried about getting the queen kill, so that makes sense there. I understand what he was doing, but at the same time, dropping double poisons is something you try to avoid as much as possible. If there's a poison in the area, save that poison for later. Look at the skelly traps in the core there. There are some Valkyries, so again, Valkyries are really good against skeleton traps. Really like the fact that he got the double trigger right before his hogs pathed through that area. So very nice way that it developed there. Nice to have your golems go through. So both the double sets are triggered. He has hogs moving through, and there is still one more heal spell left. He's going to go ahead and drop that down over that sweeper. I would have staggered that heal spell a little bit further because there's no defenses in that area except for air defense, mortar, and sweeper, and that is really not a threat to the hogs. I would have pushed it up a little bit further over top of the point defense. Sometimes you just look at defenses, and that's where you drop it because you're thinking, okay, defenses are going to be against hogs. Think about what type of defenses they are. Prioritize heals around wizard towers and clumps of point defense. That's really what you want to do. Mortar, sweepers, air sweepers, air defenses obviously aren't going to be targets against your hogs. But this attack is over, guys. He's got this thing done. Hogs are swinging through the base. Queen is still up. She's doing her work. Cleanup wizards are down, and that's going to be 3 stars for Stacey's dad. So let's go ahead and jump to the next attack. And this one is going to be the last Town Hall 9 attack. We're swinging down to 21, picking up Cape Rats. He is doing a golaloon on this base here. Really like to see an old school attack, CB, jumping in here. And look at the audacity of Cape Rats coming right in on the side where he's not supposed to go. Those high hit point storages are going to take a significant beating to get through, but he's brought plenty of wizards, very wisely invested in those wizards, drops the jump spell as the funnel's created, king goes down. As soon as the jump spell is down, going to be able to double jump over those two walls, pops the ability to take care of the queen as she's able to move through there, or he's waiting on that ability for quite a bit, but there he goes, he pops it. Poison goes down to take care of the clan castle. Queen takes out one air defense, and it's going to be able to take out the rest of the clan castle as they stay into the poison, and that's going to be all that she really is needed for the queen. I think she may get another Tesla out of her, popping her ability. She's a level 5, so he actually does not get the ability off. He's focused on air. That's okay, because the most important thing has been done. He's gotten one air defense down in the queen, so he's watching his pathing. I would have liked to, I think he may have hoped for the queen to get a little bit more done with the kill squad, but that's okay. He's moving his pathing through, kind of reinforcing with the hounds and the loons as he's going through. That's going to be almost just enough. I think that loon may be enough to get that Tesla down. If that Tesla goes down, it does. That other hound is, or loon, sorry, is going to be plenty enough to get that expo down, so that's going to be okay. He does have a haste spell. That's going to be helpful to get him through. He's got two more I keep saying hounds when I want to say loons. Two more loons in the bag, dropping those nicely to get that done. He's worried about that wizard tower potentially. That's unfortunate the way the positioning worked out for him on that. But he does have a hound left. Looks like it's 2 hounds left. So that's going to be plenty of enough to get the job done. Wizard tower is going to lock onto those loons. That's going to be helpful. Looks like a red bomb comes up, but that's right in time for them to get that splash defense down. So those loons are going to survive for the cleanup, which we are on cleanup mode right now. He does have a wizard down and a couple of minions to help out. So that's going to be extremely helpful because 2 of his talents didn't pop. So he's got the cleanup troops on the ground in the air, getting the job done for the 3 stars. So nice to see a CB laloon, golaloon actually, from Cape Rats attacking the number 21. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into some Town Hall 8 attacks, and we're going to be jumping, it looks like we're going to be doing 3 to this war, so let's jump down to 25, grab the first one, coming to us from Havoc. He was ranked 30 on the war map, so he's the lowest Town Hall 8 that we have in the clan at the moment, at least for this war, that is. He's going to drop the hog in, get a nice bomb spot, a very obvious bomb spot there, and he's going to go ahead and drop a hog in here, trying to get the other bomb spot there, potentially, but does not get the job done, but that's okay. He's got the CC lured, which is really what he's after as well. Archer goes down. That's going to be good to pull the clan castle up into the corner. Goes ahead and drops the poison and a barbarian or 2, and then kind of throws down a couple of wizards and sprinkles in a barb or 2, and that's going to be enough to get the troops to stay inside the poison and kill the clan castle. So here he goes with his clan castle. He does have clan castle hogs. He hasn't done them yet. He does an interesting thing here that I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe if you guys know, you can put it down in the comment section. He sprinkles in like 3 or 4 hogs, and he's letting them kind of take out the front. I mean, maybe he was wanting to do a suicide hog, maybe it was for the pathing, but he goes ahead and drops 4 or 5 hogs there. There isn't a bomb, but it looks like he's got the pathing where he wants, so it's going to be kind of right to the core. Maybe that was what he was trying to accomplish there. Anyways, whatever it was, it's working out for him because he's swinging through the base with 3 heal spells left, hasn't even dropped them. He still has his clan castle hog, goes down with the first heal there under that really nice clump of point defenses, and just really good deployment there. He's going to go ahead and let his hogs kind of develop, get into that core. I would be dropping the heal a little bit quicker on those hogs, but he's waiting for his main chunk to come back to reinforce. He's got the heal spell down. I would have staggered that just a thread to the left, to the right a little bit more. That heal spell I feel like was just slightly off of where it could be, but he does have a 3rd heal spell left, and so he's going to go ahead and drop that down. He saved one of his poisons. That's what he's going to use to help slow down the DPS from that King of the Skeletons as the last 2-point defense go down. There goes the poison. King is down. Wizards are down. He's got quite a few cleanup wizards. This base is wrecked. Let's go ahead and speed it up. That is going to be a 3-star. Very nice job, Havoc, getting the job done with the mass hogs. So I like how some of these Town Hall 8 guys, you're going to see another couple attacks like this, where they're pulling the clan castle over into the corner from which they're going to start their mass hog, and then they're killing it with the poison and a couple of wizards, and then starting the hogging before the wizards get in range of the point defense. That way the wizards are already there doing the cleanup. So it's really an efficient way to get the job done. Let's go ahead and jump down to Amit. He is going to be able to do a very, very, very impressive 4 Town Hall 8 attack, one that you don't see often. There you go. You see it. He's dropping the quakes. That's going to be a quad-quake govaho as a Town Hall 8. So he's not bringing any poisons. He's going to go ahead and lure up the clan castle, get the job done old school. You can see in his repertoire he's got 8 barbarians, 5 barbarians and 8 wizards, bringing them over with Archer, bringing them out. That's going to be a lot of wizards to deal with, as well as a loon. So obviously he would probably prefer to deal with a dragon, but look at that, bam, bam, and bam. That's going to be, the wizards are going to go down. Maybe not prefer for a dragon, because that looked a lot easier than a dragon kill, and he's doing the exact same thing. So there goes that. He's going to go ahead and send 2 golems of his own. That's all he can bring. He's a Town Hall 8, doesn't have the 30 space in his CC. They're going to swing into the core of the base. Look how wide open that is, and all he's got to do is hog the outside. Now that's exactly what he's going to do, as he sends in some Clan Castle Valkyries with the level 2 Valkyries that he has of his own, and he's going to go ahead and drop a couple of heal spells. I think he's dropping 1 heal spell for him. Maybe he drops 2. I can't remember exactly. Letting those point defense aggro onto the kill squad before he starts dropping the hogs. The splash defense does swing on to the hogs, but he's not too worried about it. He's moving through the base, dropping those hogs surgical style on the back end to really accentuate the effort there. And check it out, he's dropping his second heal, not even on the hogs, dropping them on the Valkyries, but the hogs are going to swing through to get to the other side of the point defenses around that ring, and so they're going to take advantage of that heal spell and go ahead and swing through, grabbing those last 2 point defense, those cannons there, and then they'll turn on those skeletons, and it's going to be cleanup time. He's got a lot of wizards up, king is up, ability is still there, got a golem. I think it looks like there's even some Valkyries left. Yep, there's a Valkyrie left there as well. So up there, I guess there was a couple more defenses. I didn't see those down there. Cannon and or not a cannon, an archer tower and a mortar. Those are going to go down. They hog swing back, get the skeletons in. It's cleanup time. Let's go ahead and check out this base getting cleaned up, mopped up for the 3 stars. Nice job, Amit. Very, very impressive attack to see from a Town Hall 8. Getting the job done with a quad-quake govaho. So that's going to be pretty awesome to see. You don't see those very often from Town Hall 8 guys. I feel like it's a little difficult to get the job done with the troops that you got and that 20 space less, that type of thing. But he's getting the job done, so very, very nicely done. Let's go ahead and check out the last attack. This is a very, very common base. The reason I'm showing this one is it is a very, very common base to see, and he's getting the job done very, very efficiently with the hogs. He's dropped a couple of hogs to get in there and take out maybe a splash defense poison, take of a point defense, as well as really severely weakens that wizard tower. And now he's pulling the CC to the side that he wants to attack from with his hogs. That's what we're talking about, guys. Pulling them up to the corner, dropping that barbarian, kind of sprinkling them in. I would be dropping the poison already, and then drop the wizards, because right there it's not going to slow the damage down like he wants it to. And maybe a giant there distract, maybe a couple barbarians. So not quite the most efficient CC kill, but at the same time, he's doing the thing that Town Hall 8s have to do now, with the fact that the poisons changed. You can't drop poisons to kill the clan castle, so it's back to the old days, a little bit easier, because you can still use a poison to assist you. So it does help out a little bit, but it is also going to be helpful to use some of those old skill attacks. So he's using nice heals here. King is going to be able to snipe off a couple of hogs, but he's got plenty more coming in, and another heal spell to cover the rest of the damages coming into his hogs. Triggers another bomb. So the way you got to do it is you got to surgical the base and let those heal spells cover the core as well, because that's where the bombs are going to be, and that you want to make sure that the hogs are going to be able to take care of that. So the hogs are swinging back, grabbing those gold storages, and it looks like they're going to be swinging back on the king eventually. It looks like one bomb does go off after the heal spells have evaporated, so that's going to be a little bit damaging, but he's got plenty of hogs left. That's going to be plenty to get the job done. So let's go ahead and speed this one up. We are in cleanup mode as that king goes down to the hogs, swinging over, grabbing the storages and electric drill, and that's going to be it for 3 stars. that's going to be all the attacks for this war. Really appreciate everyone getting the 3 stars, and if I didn't show your attack, doesn't mean it wasn't appreciated. We do enjoy watching the attacks in the clan and seeing everything. I do try to watch every single attack of the war, at least all the 3 stars, to see what's going on and try to pick the attack. So if you have a good attack, I will be trying to feature it on the channel if you are in Dragon Outcasts. If you aren't in Dragon Outcasts, come on in. We can appreciate your attacking style, and we will figure out a place for you. This is the feeder to Dragon rejects, so you're always welcome. Go ahead and make sure to apply through, I think we have a Reddit feed or not. I have to double check, so I'll probably once I check on that, I will get the link in the description for this video and in future videos, so that way if you guys are interested in joining Dragon rejects eventually, or going through the feeder, or just hanging out with me here in Dragon Outcasts, feel free to join. We do enjoy the attacks and getting the job done. So next war, we were not able to get the arranged war. We managed to match a random Russian clan, level 10 clan, but they were not very good at wars. They do have their level 10, but they weren't doing 3-star attacks. A lot of their attacks were go wipes, and their bases were not all anti-3. There was a couple that were quasi anti-3, but for the most part, not very good bases, so I'm not sure how it's all going to turn out. But we did end up getting a very, very high score, just one star short of the perfect war. There's some Town Hall 11 attacks, Town Hall 10 attacks, a couple of nukes, which I won't be showing, and then we're going to be jumping into a bunch of Town Hall 9 attacks, as well as maybe grabbing a couple of 8s on the end like we've been doing recently. So that's going to be it for this war recap. I cannot wait to bring you this one, and we will be doing the ranged war, trying to respin probably sometime in the future. I think there's a DWA scrim that's coming up that we're going to be a part of, so a couple of our members are going to be doing that. So I think we're going to put this one on hold for a couple of days at least, and we're gonna figure out what the status is. So once I know, we'll be getting the war recap to you. I will promise you that any arranged wars that Dragon Outcasts do, the coverage will be here. I appreciate you guys sticking around watching the channel. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Until next time, guys, keep calm and war on.